So a long time ago, I reviewed this car. It's made by a brand called CM's, and that brand doesn't exist anymore. But it's a Lancer 7, and it's a rally version, of course. And it's got a lot of nice details: the antennas, all these little knickknacks on the roof of the thing. And the only problem is, look at that roll cage; it's huge. It's just ridiculously, comically huge. But there is interior detail, like those seat belts, which are nice. But then also these wheels are horrible. Uh, they look like they're from a different brand. Like they don't match in the white, and there's no like black wash, bringing out the details. I guess I should get around to doing that. But yeah, for some reason, I just don't really like this model. It just it's not up to the other CM's quality standards. So we're going to alleviate that problem in my goal to get every one of the Lancer Evolutions. So this is an Evo7 as well, but by this newer brand, BM Creations. And we're going to do a reverse format because it seems like this limited edition has it in the modified stance already. So I'm guessing the second set of wheels up there are the stock wheel sets, and the ride height would be OEM style. So we're going to start reverse, looking at it in the Slam JDM configuration, and then go back to the original configuration. So let me try to get this stuff off here. The Evo 7 would be the 7th generation of the Evolution, and it was produced between 2001 and 2003. It would still have a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder up front, making around 280 horsepower, but the torque is around 285 pound-feet. Okay. So this is an officially licensed product, from what I understand with the other ones. Oh, it doesn't say it on the box. No, there it is. It doesn't say the year of manufacture. And then we got this nice little clear case. It's kind of loose though, be mindful of that, it'll just fall out. So hold the bottom if you have this model. So these are the original wheels, I'm guessing, because they kind of look similar to the photograph behind. Right, if we look at the photo, it's got these mesh kind of wheels here, although they're not very good. Okay, so we'll put these aside for now and just look at it in its modified stance. This is a piece that goes into the display base based on whether or not you're using the standard ride height or the lowered ride height. So this is kind of neat. Some decals if you're really interested, of a carbon fiber hood and trunk. I'm not that interested. I'm too lazy to put that on. I actually like this color as it is. Oh, that screws a little tight. Alright, so again, we're going in reverse order, so we're going to start off with the comparisons. Just to mix it up, right? So in this lowered stance here, the wheels should be able to steer, although they're kind of tight. And it's kind of colliding with the fender there. But maybe if I could tuck it in. No, I guess that's as good as I'm going to get it. It also has skinny wheels, or skinny tires, really. But you can get this dynamic pose here, where it looks like it's kind of drifting around a bend. Pretty thick defroster lines you can see here. So I have a couple other Lancers from this brand. This is a Lancer 2. It'll be following up this mountainous curvy road. So the Lancer 2, it seems to get more steering lock. You can turn the wheels up much further, it seems. Alright. Alright, so the next one is again by BM Creations, but it's a Lancer 4. And this one is riding with the stock wheels, but it's still slightly lowered. I didn't like the white modified wheels that that silver car came with. Alright, so you can see some changes there. The defroster lines on that silver one are much nicer. You can see the interior, and also the interior of the silver one's like much more colorful. It's got some decals in there. Okay, so I guess just for good measure, if we're looking at the tire width, this is by Diecast Masters, but also is, I think, made by BM Creations. It has wide tires, like logically wide tires. These tires are a little bit narrow, it seems, right? And then, yeah, I'm really bothered by the fact that it doesn't steer very much. Look at the steering lock on the yellow car. That's full lock. But here, it's like colliding with the bodywork. It really bothers me. Maybe when I put the stock wheels on, it'll steer better. We'll have to see. Yeah, it's not very good to have a steering gimmick if it can't really steer. So, don't you think? So, alright. Alright, I guess that's it for the comparisons. And we're going to swap out the wheels, go back to stock, and then I'll actually review the rest of the casting. Okay, so here's an intercooler. It's nice that they have a little, silver intercooler on the front end of this thing. And while we're at it, we'll look at the interior. Unfortunately, it seems pretty plain. It's just a black interior, but get a better light angle here. There are instruments in the cluster. Although those are some weird looking instruments, right? I don't know what's happening with that. I don't know if that was like two different print processes, but it does seem to be misaligned, right? All the red is off-centered from the silver rings. So I'm guessing they stamped it twice, but they just didn't stamp it well. That's one place where maybe a decal might be alright. I don't know, it's hard to say. A decal would look perfect, but it might crack off in the future. But if it's in the interior of a car, maybe it won't crack off because you'll never touch it. Alright, so anyways, there's a little bit of a texture to this black plastic. Bottom side of this, we got two rivets holding it together, and then look at that screen up in the front, right? You got some sort of photo-etched metal screen grills going on, so that's really nice. It's a really nice orange color. Alright. So maybe I'll fast forward or not, but this is a really fidgety process here. I see, so that's how they lowered the stance this time around. They raised the wheels by putting the washer on the bottom. So if these are the stock wheels, I should put the washer on top so I can elevate the ride stance. So maybe it's not a new design. Maybe it could have just been put together backwards. Because all the other ones I've seen the washer on the top. Now this is a problem. No, it's not a problem. For some reason, this doesn't want to go in. This bump means it's on the bottom because this is supposed to sit flush with it, but the axle is having a hard time getting around this plastic piece. So maybe if I put it in from the bottom, there. Alright, so that's really fidgety. You can see the little axle there, right? It was getting held up by that plastic, so you got to put it in that special way I just did it. Alright, so I guess I'll put the washer on top, and in theory that means the wheels are a lot lower than they should be, meaning they should also be a higher riding stance like an OEM vehicle, stock factory stance. Alright, so now I gotta put the washer on top instead of the bottom. Okay, so let's pop the interior back in there. It goes here. Okay, we got it screwed back together. Let's check the steering lock. Yeah, with the OEM wheels, it'll steer fully. So that's unfortunate about the other aftermarket wheels not steering. Alright, so looking at the bottom of this thing, we have the scale, the manufacturer, made in China. We don't know what year it was made, but it does say it's an Evo7, so that's good. It's got a silver paint here on the exhaust, which is alright. And decent enough molded details. Okay, so now you can see the ride height, right? You can see some air gap between, so that's a little bit more factory stock. Alright, the wheels though, they definitely are not as it's just not as detailed as the originals. They just because they're such thin spokes. So I think in this case I'll probably go back to those chrome ones, you know, when it goes into my display cabinet. Yeah, I'm not liking these stock wheels so much. Alright, but the orange paint here is really nice. It's metallic, not too flaky. Really nice paint finish. Although, look at this. Contaminant or something. Something's wrong with the clear coat there. Okay, fuel filler door. Some decent casting lines here between the panel gaps. They're not super wide. Some silver paint there for that marker. A little additional black paint for these little vents, so that looks pretty good. The mirrors have some silver paint in them. The window trim is all black, so that's good. The defroster lines, they're not very good. They're too thick, I think. They block a lot of the interior view, and they're opaque. Alright, so this is a nicely molded exhaust tip. It's just that, you know, there's no black in the middle. It's nice to see some printing on the license plate. And then the tail lamps look nice. They're translucent red. You can see the backup light, you know, a little color difference. Although some extra flash there. Lancer looks good. Evo7. Well, the 7 is kind of blurred. It's not very clear. Yeah, it's kind of running into itself. The Mitsubishi logo is painted silver, and I think it's on a raised. Yeah, that's a raised diamond. Interesting. Okay. There's a wiper blade here, and it's got the motor mount there. I guess that's alright. Let's see about this side of the car. Yeah, door handles stick out a little bit. That seems accurate. But the bottom and top part where the fingers go in, there's a tiny bit on the bottom, but there's supposed to be a depression on the top. So that's missing on the casting. Not very accurate. Okay. Got the front end here, nice license plate again, and then yeah, you got this metal grille, looks great from the outside with the intercooler behind it. That Mitsubishi logo there is nice. I don't know if it's I think it's like tampo printed silver. It's kind of in shadow, so it's hard to tell, but yeah, there's some silver paint. I feel like it might be printed on there. So the headlights look good. Alright, it looks like there's 3 separate lights or something behind that lens. Oh, and that's interesting. These are separate plastic pieces, but unfortunately they're not glued in very well. Both of them seem a little crooked. They're not really centered right. I don't know if there's a sticker, and maybe I could try to twist that. Too bad. Raised wiper blades. They're painted black. And then I guess that's it for the outside. I do really like, you know, the metal grille. That's a nice, nice touch. Okay. So in all, I feel like it could have been better, but it's pretty good. Where this brand could maybe improve is to actually either get rid of the defroster lines or just make them thinner. Actually, they can make them thinner. I know they can. Like the I have this Evo 4, and look how thin the defroster lines are on that. Right, you can see the interior, but you really can't on this one. So they're capable. They just gotta use this graphic on that in the future. The tire width again is very narrow as usual. You know, this brand has to really get their tire width in order. These tires are too skinny. But I know they can because the Silvia again, right? It has the wider tires, which makes sense. So that's strange. Okay. Now let's compare it to the photograph, since it has the stock wheels on it. And hey, I can actually steer it into the photo, like the photograph. Alright. Naturally, this doesn't have the rear wing, but that's actually why I chose this one. I kind of wanted a different looking Lancer. But I would say the front end looks quite similar, right? Although, yeah. Alright, there's tiny little black vents in the bumper here. There's 4 indications, but actually if you look carefully, there's a little break right there. There's a little yellow right there, so it's actually accurate. And then I like that they've put in some black paint into these vents here. You know, that really helps bring the depth out. But you can see the door handles, right? You know, there's a depression on the top part of the door handle and the bottom. Here, it's only slightly on the bottom. It's just missing there. Alright, let's look at the back view. Oh boy, sorry. So yeah, big exhaust. Would be nice to have a little black in the middle. The badging is generally in the right, well, it's not in the right location. You'll see the evolution here is below the top of the taillights. Here it's like above, or at the, this should be a little lower basically, if you want to really nitpick. I guess they did a decent enough job trying to get that wiper blade. But yeah, it's really just those defroster lines are really distracting. I almost feel like it'd be even better with having no defroster lines so you can see the interior. Okay. Well, I mean, casting wise, it looks pretty good though. Just detail printing wise, it's a little bit off. Alright, so I'm gonna just pull out all the Lancers here. So if these are 7s, and then this is a TLV 4 or 5 or 5 and 6. I can never remember this. That's a 5 and 6. This is an Evo 2, and then this is the Evo 4. So I put them in the back reverse order, sadly. I wasn't thinking that out ahead of time. But yeah, 2, this would be earliest, and then moving up to the 7s. And I do have an Evo 3 and a 10, I think, but they're in crystal boxes, so I didn't bother bringing them out. Alright, well, there you got a little Lancer collection. Boy, BMs is starting to become hit and miss. The first 3 I had were really great, but some quality problems with I think it was this one. It has some casting problems. But I guess I'll still continue ordering them. I just really wish they would put the bigger tires on, like on the Silvia here. You know, the Silvia has big tires like it should. They're not even big tires, it just has appropriate width tires. But BM's, the Subaru here also has really skinny tires, right? So they can clearly put wider tires on. I just don't know why they don't on a lot of these. So hopefully, you know, hopefully other people will complain and they'll hear it somehow. I don't know where. It's unlikely they're going to see this video, but if everyone else complains about it, maybe they'll make changes and all their future ones will have proper width tires like the Silvia here. Alright guys, well if you like Lancers, you know, here's 5 of them, and I'd still say give BM Creations a chance if you like the steering function. I like it because I like drift cars, and so drift cars have to steer, right? Alright, well I'll catch you around, and see you in the next one.